So many of us have been waiting for the release of Dragon Age the Veilguard, but unfortunately, over the past couple of days, this game has been mired in controversy over the character customization system. And now, of course, we have the mainstream media coming out and shilling, saying it looks fantastic, and this is the Bioware comeback fans want. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I will always say this, I am for options, right? I want players to have as many options when they are playing video games as possible. And that goes for things like scars in video games. And the top surgery scars have been quite a controversial thing. Now, I, of course, can see through their BS, and I can see that they added a top surgery scar toggle, not because they wanted to give players options, but because they wanted to shove identity politics into the game. They could have simply had a list of different scar options in the game, and that happened to be one, and then people really wouldn't have been upset. But because there are activists behind this project, they just had to add a toggle front and center, and then, of course, have the media highlight it in their previews. And that is what people are upset over. That is a major red flag for a lot of gamers. If it was just simply a option in a list of scars, that wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But to make it even better, and what nobody would have criticized, is if they had simply had an option to add a scar anywhere on the character's body, and then you could adjust it in any way you wanted. Like, it can put a default scar on the character, you can stretch it, you can make it thinner, you can make it thicker, you can rotate it, you can change the color of it, you can change how jagged the edges are, you can add multiple scars. That would have been the perfect option, but that's not what they did. That's also why they decided to add things like pronouns to the customization system, because at the end of the day, these are just activists who have infiltrated the industry, who do not particularly care about making an amazing game. They simply care about pushing their viewpoint and their politics into the content they are creating, even though a lot of them are probably just sitting at desks pointing at things going, oh my god, we need to change this and we need to change that, and I'm so offended over this piece of content. And then, of course, more talented individuals at the company have to do the job, because we know a lot of the people at these companies and on these dev teams are not good at what they do, and they were only hired because they ticked off a box on a checklist. But we have PC Gamer saying playing 6 hours of Dragon Age the Veilguard gave me the faith its trailers couldn't. This is the Bioware comeback fans want. Bioware has been dead for a decade. It's sad to say, because yes, Bioware has made some amazing games. But the past few they've released, like Mass Effect Andromeda and Anthem, have been complete catastrophes. So I didn't have high expectations when it came to Dragon Age, Dreadwolf / now it's called the Veilguard. I don't really have a lot of faith in any companies anymore, unless we're talking about a From Software who consistently delivers high quality experiences time and time again, and doesn't try to scam gamers and doesn't try to nickel and freaking dime us. But while PC Gamer is saying this is the Bioware comeback fans want, it doesn't really appear that that's the case, judging by the comment section. This will be the game that puts Bioware out of business. The shilling continues. No, it's not. Stop with the gaslighting. More corporate shilling. And it's a meme that says, always do the opposite of what PC Gamer says. And PC Gamer's not the only one. We also have IGN over here saying Dragon Age the Veilguard preview. BioWare finally nails the character creator I've always wanted. Maybe their expectations are too low. Maybe mine are too high. But Black Desert Online peaked with its character creator over a freaking decade ago. My expectations for character customization systems have always been extremely high because of BDO. Now, if you have never seen the customization system, it is fucking amazing. I absolutely love it. You can change every little thing on your character. Here's just a video that shows it. You can use the sliders. You can just click on the part of the character model you want to change, and you can drag it and you can change it the way that you want. Every little thing can be altered. You can make characters that look like abominations. You can make characters that look like goddesses. You can make any type of design that you want. And this game also has a system that's similar to what I was saying with the scars. They don't have scars in Black Desert Online. They are tattoos, but you can just take like a line tattoo and then you can adjust it kind of the way that you want, and you can change the color. And it basically does the same exact thing as to what I was saying. But as you can see, you can change anything that you want on your character, and it's freaking amazing. Even look at these boob and butt sliders. I mean, yes, there are, of course, limits. You can't make them look absolutely insane, right? But you can still make them look really, really good. You can have them be flat. You can have them be very well endowed. I mean, as you can see, it's just a fantastic system, at least in my opinion. So my expectations for games and customization systems are extremely high. And while IGN over here might be saying it's the character creator they've always wanted, we can see clear as day they're only saying this because they're either A, being paid to shill for this game, or they want to keep their media access, so they continue to say all of these nice things so they can get free code, so they can get early previews, or they are so dumb that they do not know games that have done it 100 times better. It's just that simple. And then, of course, we had IGN showing off the customization system, saying the character creator in Dragon Age the Veilguard is amazing, while showing the worst character designs I have freaking seen. Look at the Canary, right? They look like handsome Squidward, but significantly uglier. And then they talk about how there's bulge sizes in vitiligo and heterochromia. And if you want to add all of these options for people, you also have to be consistent in your stance of options for everyone. Because while there are bulge size sliders and there are breast and butt sliders, they don't really affect the way the character looks. You can't give them massive honkers. You can't give them a dump truck. And if you're going to preach about giving options, you need to deliver. And that's really not what they're doing here. But I think that having an in-depth character creator with tons of options is a good thing. But again, there are other games that have done it that don't put labels on all of these things because they don't care about pushing politics in your face. They just simply wanted to make a good freaking game. And of course, on the posts for these articles and the posts promoting the Veilguard from IGN, they're getting ratioed, proceeds to show the ugliest character designs imaginable. Every Dragon Age character, it's so freaking true. Character of your dreams. Why can't I have a double D fat badonkadonk waifu with translucent skin and freckles? Because it's not the type of character design that they want you to be able to create. It's not the type of experience that they think you should have, which is just pathetic and dumb. And at the end of the day, this isn't an amazing character customization system. And while Dragon Age the Veilguard has had some pretty decent footage that's released, I'm not saying that it looks like the worst game imaginable. There are a lot of red flags at this point that gamers are fairly pointing out, that gamers are bringing attention to, and maybe this will come out and it will be absolutely amazing, and they won't try to shove narratives down your throat, and they won't sacrifice storytelling in order to push a message into your face. We won't know for a few more weeks until it releases on Halloween. I will be keeping my eye on this game until then, but for now, that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.